Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you will be fine. This is our 8th lab, streams and files of lab OOP and data structures. This is our 8th lab. So in this lab I will show you that how to open, read and write files through this kind of file handling. But for this you have to use the streams header files. Mean you have to handle the files. You can create and open. You can open a created file, or you can close them through commands. So let's start our lab. These are our previous labs which we have already done in the OOP and data structures lab. Today is our 8th lab. The objective of this lab is to familiarize student with IOStream library, predefined streams, formatted input output, disk files, reading and writing objects. So let's start the RAPE. In this you will make files, make codes that how writing data to a file. So what are streams? Basically streams are C++ performs input output through streams. C++ performs the input and output through streams. A stream is a general name given to a flow of data and an abstraction that either produces or consumes information. We have been using the IOStream standard, as we are already using the IOStream standard, which provides CIN and cout methods, because if you are not including that header file, so then these functions for getting data and displaying data will be not run, so they will give you error. The compiler will not recognize it, that what these two things are and what they will be used for. So for this reason we include IOStream, so the which provides CIN and cout methods for reading from standard input and writing to standard output respectively. All streams behave in the same manner, even if the actual physical devices to which they are linked differ. This means that an input stream can abstract many different kinds of input from a disk file, a keyboard, or a network socket. Likewise, an output stream may refer to the console, a disk file, or a network connection. Basically they are telling about that what is the input stream and what is the output stream. So the input stream is the method if you can abstract different kinds of input just from the disk file or a keyboard. So the output stream may refer to a console, just like if you are entering a data, we enter the data through keyboard, while we watch or we see the output through the monitor. This is basically explaining this thing. So stream are a clean ways to deal with input output without having every part of your code and understand the difference between a keyboard and a network. For example, C++ implements streams within class hierarchies defined in IOStream. So IOStreams can be used for a wide variety of data manipulations. So the example is, a stream is internally nothing but a series of characters. The characters may be either normal characters or void characters. Streams provide you with a universal character based interface to any type of storage medium. For example, a file, just like a file we create, just like a word file or a text file, without requiring you to know the details of how to write to the storage medium. We were just, you are creating value, you have no concern with how you are writing or anything else. Any object that can be written to one type of stream can be written to all types of streams. In other words, as long as an object has a stream representation. Any storage medium can accept objects with that stream representations. So stream work with built-in data types. As you know what are data types, and you can make user-defined types work with streams by overloading the insertion operator. So we can use, just like cin and cout, we can use these operators for printing and for getting data, to put objects into streams, and the extraction operator too. So basically this operator is known as insertion operator, while this operator is known as the extraction operator. So one is used with the cout and the other is used with the cin to read objects from the streams. The stream library unified approach make it very friendly to use, using a consistent interface for outputting to the screen, and sending files over a network makes life easier. So you can use, while you have included the streams in the header, so you can use these symbols, the insertion operator and the extraction operator, in the code. So coming towards the input and output, these are actually information is a stream of characters. This makes sense because whatever we enter through a keyboard can only be characters. Suppose the user enters the number 7479. How do you know the user entered a number? The problem is that you don't really know. All you have is set to of 4 characters, 7479. It is completely up to you, the programmer. As you are a programmer, you will make programs whether you want to the input to be a number, to be a string. As in programming, we know that we have to declare the values. If we want characters, we declare it as a character. If we integers, whether the characters can be valid for the desired type totally depends upon whether that type can interpret the characters in the input stream as a description for an object of that type. So you have to get the input characters into a recognizable data type for them to be of any use other than as a character array. IO streams not only define the relation between a stream of characters and the standard data type, but also allow you to define a relationship between a stream of characters and your own class. If you have built a class and then you have mentioned some variables or characters, so they are talking about that. It also allows you nearly limitless freedom to manipulate those. Manipulate means to change streams, both using object oriented interfaces, and those mean it also allows you nearly limitless freedom to manipulate those streams, both using object oriented interfaces and working directly on the character buffers when necessary. So basically manipulating or handling or these things, or if they are compatible or not, the different elements of iStream library can. So these are the basic, you can use them. So this is iOS base class 4 streams, iOS base class 4 streams, iStream input stream. OStream is basically the output stream. IOStream can be used for the input and output both. If stream input file stream class, off stream output file stream, F stream input output file stream class. Is I string stream input string stream, O string stream output string stream input, and also mean when you are using S or F stream, so these will be used for both the inputs and outputs. And the objects that will be used is cin standard input stream, cout standard output stream, SERR standard output stream for errors, clog, and this is for logging. So these are basically the manipulators. WS turn on white space skipping on input, dec, convert to decimal, octal, hexadecimal, insert new line. You have already used this and l, and insert null character to terminate an output, flush the output stream, lock file handle, unlock. So a file represents a sequence of byte on the disk where a group of related data is stored. File is created for permanent storage of data. It is ready-made structure. In C++, we use a structure pointer of the file type to declare a file. C++ programming language provides number of functions to perform basic file operation. Few of them, these are the basic operation: function, off stream, if stream, f stream. Output file stream and is used to create files and to write information to files. Input file stream and is used to read information from files. File stream generally and has the capability of both off stream and if stream, which can create files, write information to files, and read information from files. So to perform file processing, now what will be the code that you will use to perform file processing in C++? Header files iostream, fstream must be included in your C++ source file. Now opening file, how to open files? A file must be opened before you can read from it or write to it. Either the off stream or fstream object may be used to open a file for writing, or fstream object is used to open a file for reading purpose only. Following is the standard syntax for open. You have to write this open function, which is a member of fstream. So basically this is a already defined function in these headers. When you are include these headers, so this can be, you can call that function. So we have this void open, then constant character, static file names. In the previous slides it was said that you have to mention it as a pointer and character, and this is the iOS open mode. Here the first argument specifies the name and the location of the file to be opened. They are talking about this name and location of the file. And second argument of the open member function defines the mode in which the file should be opened, that in which mode you want to open the file. So these are talking about the modes. Append mode, all output to that file to be appended to the end. Open a file for output and move the read and write control to the end of the file. Open a file for reading. Open a file for writing. If the file already exists, its contents will be truncated before opening a file. You can combine two or more of these values by ORing them together. For example, if you want to open a file in write mode and want to truncate it in case it already exists, following will be the syntax. So this we have already checked that for open, and that the name of the files are closed in the double commas, and then comma iOS, and then the scope resolution operator. So you can also write out, and then you can also use trunc. Similarly, you can open a file for writing and reading purpose as follows: as off stream out file and f stream a file. While doing C++ programming, you write information to a file from your program using the stream insertion operator, just as it is given in one of the example, just as you use that operator to output information to the screen. The only difference is that you use an off stream or f stream object instead of the cout object, such as follows. Offstream OFS is the object. You read information from a file. They are talking about the cin and cout operator, the extraction, what is the insertion operator and extraction operator. So you can use also in the streaming. You read information from a file into your program using the stream extraction operator, just as you use that operator to input information from the keyboard. The only difference is that you use an if stream or f stream object instead of the cin object. So basically they are talking about the cin and cout that you can use instead of the cin and cout. Now you can simply close the program by using the void close. When a C++ program terminates, it automatically closes, flushes all the streams, release all the allocated memory and close all the open file. But it is always a good practice that a programmer should close all the open file before program and termination. Following is the standard syntax for close function, which is a member of fstream. So these basically all are functions: the open, the write and close. These all are function already defined in the fstream, ifstream and offstream. You have to just call. Now coming towards the code. So basically this is the first example. I will show you in the dev. This is the first example which I have copied in the slides. So basically here I have include the iStream, as we are doing the C++ programming, so you have to include this in your as a header, and then I have include the fstream, and then I write using namespace sdt. Now this program is without classes, and we have writing direct this statement to the file. So this is int main, and this is the off stream, and I have given this name my file, off stream my file. Just like they have said that you can use off stream and if stream and f stream. These are just for output and input or reading or writing. So I'll show you in the table. This is off stream, create files. The off stream is used for output file stream and is used to create files and to write information to the file. So basically this is for writing anything in the file. So this is just like we make an object with the class. So this is just like that my file, and then my file dot open. So you can open a any file. This will create a text file, and then my file. So just like cout, you can write my file and this operator and this writing this to a file. So it will write this to a file, and then I have closed the file. When I run this, so there are no errors. When I run this, it will give me nothing, but it is successfully run. But it will write that statement in that file. It will create a file in with the name example, and it will be a text file, and this statement will be written in that. So now I show you that file. Basically this file will be created in that folder in which your all the dev programs are saved. So I have make a folder of programs in a folder. So all my C files are saving here. So now as I have create, so this is the file which I have created through a code. and this is written in this writing this to a file. If I write anything else, so this will be written in that file. Now I run it. Okay, I will close that file and will go to the folder, and so you can see this code will write any kind of data to the file with the name. It will also assign it a name, and as I have write that it is a text file, so it will create a text file with name of example, and this statement will be written just like a cout or cin. So you can write anything in files. Now the second is I have write it with the classes. So I have simply include fstream, istream, and we should also include so this is using name, the headers are same. I have create a class with name of the person, and then I have declared a name, an array, characters and age protected, then publicly a function which will take name and age from the user. So this is basically the class. And now in main I have create an object. The object will call the function, and then the off stream is the file, the headers, and that out file, and then out file will will create a file name with person dot date, and then it will be in binary. Then the out file dot write is character. These two statements can be used, but I have write this one character static, as in the previous program that you can write statics, and then and object, and then size of object. So I will run it for you. This is not okay. I will run it for you. Okay. So if I go to the folder, so it will be created this person, which is giving you the name. So like this you can give it any data which you want. And the third example is I have include istream, ostream, fstream, and then using namespace sdt I have create a class stream underscore file. Then private I have declared account number and character name, and then deposit, and publicly I have write this function write underscore file. This is basically a function. And then off stream, it will be just like this. If you are writing anything, so you have to write off stream, and you can also use that method also. but if you are taking it from the user, so follow this code, write file, and then it will be create a file with ICICI.date, and then there will be written that enter year saving bank account number, and then it will see in this, and then write file ACC this, and it will then see out that recent deposit in rupees, and then it will close that file. After that it will print that statement, and then ifstream is used for read that file, so it will again read that file, that what you have written in that, so it will read file, the account, the name, and the deposit. As there is no name written in it, there is only account number and deposit. So now I will show you that what will be the output of this, and this simple an object, then the object will call that function. So you can write anything in a function and then call that function with the object, so there will be no need to write this statement, this one. If you have write this command in that, you can write in it in any way. So this is year saving bank account number. I will just 1 2 3 4, and then key in recent deposit in rupees. Okay, file is awaited successfully, content of file. So the saving bank account is 123 and deposit amount is 5,000. Now I will show you the file, that what will be written in the file. This is the file, so this will be the account number will be written to that file. So like this way, using these commands you can write anything to files, or you can read that file, that what is written in that file. So these are all called file handling, and this is streams, that how you use files and streams. These streams are basically the headers which you will use, that how to read and write the files. These are basically the syntax which you will use same as it is, because you can change the if stream, but you can give it name. It's up to you, that you can give it any names, write file and read file or anything like this. So you can give it any names. So these are 3 types of programs, in all are 3 are in different ways, so which you can adopt any of the code that which is more clear to you. So you can create files, text file, and you can write anything in that file, if it is text, or if you are writing integers or anything else to it. Basically you have to add the headers to it, so that in that way they will recognize the off stream write file, and this just you can see the close, open, read and write, all these things. Basically this is just like off stream, and write file is just like an object which we have created with the name of the class. So it is just like same like object. So you can create as I have created write file with the off stream, and then use write file for everything, and write file dot close, or writing or reading. So you can create files, you can write anything to the files. So that's you can handle files through codes. It is not like the previous you were writing codes and then running it and it was giving you the outputs, but you can do anything with this file handling using streams. You can use any of the streams if you are using for the output or for the input. If you are using for the bots, you can use f stream. So these are basically the lab number 8. This is the task. So you have to simple write a program by reading and writing the data. So you can also use the previous codes which uh, I have done in this lab. So you can simply put create file, and then you can write anything to the data, and then you can also read that data. Just I have done in example number 3. So you can write this task by a little bit modification of example number 3. So this was the lab number 8 of open data structures. Hope there will be no issues in it. If still you have any problems, so we can discuss it in the interactive session. Thank you, students.